All right, what's going on, everyone? What's going on? Let's get into it. It's that time again. It's Michigan Ohio State week now. For now, technically, it's now technically Michigan Ohio State week. So the Michigan Wolverines defeated the Michigan Wolverines defeated the Maryland Terrapins tonight, or should I say earlier to this evening, 45-20, and it is now Ohio State week, the national week long holiday for Michigan and Ohio State fans. Let me make sure. Yep, I'm live there. I'm going to play the intro and then I'll get into my discussion. And then whoever comes through can join me. I'm coming to you guys live from an Airbnb in upstate New York. I am not at my home, so I don't have my usual setup. So I'm streaming from my phone. So let me see if I can add the StreamYard link to the chat here. And yeah, then I'll get the stream going. So skip that. All right, so there's me. There's my handsome face. And I'm looking for my live chat. All right, there's my live chat. Please smash the like button on the way in. If you are not subbed, please consider subbing to the channel. Okay, so invite guests. Copy the link. All right, so the StreamYard link is there. And the StreamYard link is now pinned to the chat. So if anybody wants to come in and give their thoughts on the game, you are welcome to do so. I'm going to play the intro and then, yeah, we'll have at it. Let's go blue. All right, everyone, welcome back to Big Discussions 76 Sports. Well, most of you know who I am. My name is Dr. Anwar Yusuf Dunbar. I am the content creator on this channel. I am a proud Michigan alum and a proud supporter and an avid supporter of our Michigan Wolverines. So the Wolverines just defeated the Maryland Terrapins 45-20 in College Park at CQ Stadium. I would have been at the game earlier, but I had some family business to take care of here in upstate New York. So I had to watch the game on my phone at Applebee's in Schenectady, New York. Applebee's in Schenectady, New York did not have the Big Ten network, so I had to find a stream, pay $11 and watch the game on my phone. But I was able to see it. It was a good game for Michigan fans. The Wolverines handled business for the most part. It looked like to me that the Wolverines were able to move the ball at will. Maryland, aside from a few plays by Malik Washington, Maryland just did not have a lot for the Wolverines. And the Wolverines were able to pretty much move the ball and do whatever it is that they wanted to do on offense. There were no turnovers by Bryce. There were no turnovers by any of the running backs. There was a balanced day offensively for the team. The team generated equal amounts of passing yardage and rushing yardage. They dominated the time of possession. And overall, I think it was a very, very sound performance and one that you want to see leading up to the game with Ohio. So let's see. Samaj Morgan did not travel with the team today. Ernest Hausman did not travel with the team. I don't know what that means. Max Bredesen hurt his leg. So something happened to Max Bredesen during the game. He came back out in crutches. That's not a good thing in my opinion for the team going forward, but hopefully he can, rest that up in the next 6 days so he can contribute when Ohio comes to town. My only complaints for the game were, let's see, there was that unnecessary roughness call on Cameron Brandt. That was a self-inflicted wound that kept Maryland on the field. Fortunately, Maryland only got a field goal out of that. A field goal out of that is late. And that was probably my only complaint for this game. Let me take a look at my notes here. Dom, what's going on? Dom, the link there is up. Dom is here. Give me a second, Dom. I thought I had one more gripe besides that Cameron Brandt roughing the passer call. Oh, Dominic Zavada missed another field goal, but he made up for it. All right, Dom, I'm going to bring you up. I imagine you don't have many complaints for this game yourself.
Hey, Doc, what's going on? Can you hear me okay?
Good, how are you?
Good, yeah. Good. How's upstate New York?
Cold. It's cold, but it's cool. It's cool. I got to see the game, so I'm happy. I had to come check on my father a little bit. But otherwise, it's fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. I hope all's well with your father and the family, and safe travels home when you eventually take your trip back.
Okay, appreciate that. Well, Dom, what'd you think? It looked like a complete game, aside from the two little snafus there. Go ahead.
I think for the first time this year, the best thing of the game was both sides of the ball. For the most part, the team was mentally focused, on assignment, in position for the entire game. What I really enjoyed was some of the bend but don't break defense would get him third and some distance, and they'd convert a first down, and they stuck with it, and they kept them out of the end zone. And I'm in Ohio State mode already.
Yeah, most of us are. I gotta get some of my clips ready for tomorrow. What do you think about let's see, Hausman didn't travel. Well, nobody cares right now if Samaj travels. But Samaj didn't come. And it looks like Bredesen hurt himself pretty bad. Do you know what it was?
I don't know. I saw they showed the final play that he was in the game and he got hurt. And I don't it weird, maybe turf toe, something small. I mean, it didn't look like he got rolled or anything like that. So I'm wondering if it's something, along those lines.
Okay. Dom, hold on. We got Marmar backstage. I gotta play this for Marmar. Hold on.
The fans listen to you on Tuesdays is akin to my commitment to going to church on Sunday.
That's the wrong one. Hold on, Marmar. I got you right here. Here you go, Marmar.
It really comes down to angles. The angles that we take, the pursuit angles that we take, and trusting those angles. There's so many examples as we go through it and as we've gone through the tape, been through it many times of how we got to fix it. And players have been in numerous times already to look at it and fix it. And those are the big things we'll continue to attack as we go through the week.
Folks, I play those for Marmar because Marmar was on Sharon Moore 5 weeks ago. He was on him like a dog on a steak. So that's why I play those for Marmar when he comes up. He's back there laughing. Look at him. He's back there laughing. He likes it. He's having a good old time.
Oh, they trying to come back. What's up, brother?
What's up, Marmarski? You look happy.
What up, though?
I like seeing you happy.
Hey, listen. So, you always playing that clip of Sharon Moore. Yeah, I was on his neck. Yes, I was on his neck. Why shouldn't I have been on his neck? I should have been on his neck. Because you going to show us this today? It's like this every year. The last 2 games, he want to show what it's really about. And if y'all was listening, if you were listening to what Bryce said, he said, I talked to Max. He said he was fine.
Okay.
Hey, so I'm starting to not believe what Sharon Moore be talking about.
What's the matter with Hausman? I don't know if he's injured.
He went on. He having some personal issues like with.
Yeah,
I was listening to Sam.
Thing.
Yeah, it's a spiritual thing right now.
Hey, there was
Because
an
he's
update though, Marmar. There was an update. I think he made a post, and it looks like it's clear that he's playing.
Oh, really?
Or Bredson?
Yeah, Houseman.
Yeah, like I said, listen, hold on. So y'all gonna sit up here and tell me these players, like if Justin Haynes, I know they say he ain't gonna play. He out for the season. Listen, Will Johnson could have played last year. He could have. Because he don't look like he missed a beat in that Arizona Cardinals defense. He went straight to the field, did the rookie camp. He didn't have no issues. And he ain't been injured all season, God forbid. Come on now. So should I continue to listen to this coach? Because like I said, if I see Justin Haynes come out of that tunnel in a uniform, it's bad.
Because I don't think we're going to see Justice Haynes come out of that tunnel, man.
All right now.
Let's keep our fingers crossed for Jordan Marshall.
Yeah, Jordan Marshall playing. He could have played today. They already said that.
All right.
So what officially is Haynes' injury, by the way? What was the official injury that Haynes has?
A broken bone in his foot. A fracture.
Yeah.
Okay. We
Parker left today or injured.
What's up, JR? I appreciate that, man.
Keegan.
Yeah, Parker left injured today. Bredson left injured. I mean, boy, it's going to be rough, but they got it in them.
Yeah, I think everybody playing next week.
And I would been wanting to say something to Dom. I apologize more, but the reason this blitzing up the middle, if you go back and watch the Penn State game, okay, and Tom Brady always said this: pocket passers hate pressure up the middle. That gets them off rhythm, okay? And this is what this is all about, to get him off rhythm. If you watch the first half of the Penn State game against Ohio State, he was out of rhythm because of the blitzing up the middle, okay? Now, can we get the pressure? That's going to be the big question, okay? You can't bring 6 and drop 5 against Ohio State, but we'll see.
Well, they just need to follow the same game plan that they've been doing, and it's keep the Ohio State offense on the sidelines. One of the best strategies you could have when playing that game. It has been 2,184 days as of today since Ohio State has beaten Michigan, which amounts to 5.9 years.
Yep.
And since 1982, there's only been 3 times Ohio State beneath Michigan and won the game. That was 82, 94, and 2018. So not counting the game coming, that makes for 42 games, I believe, only 3 times they
Yeah.
beat a higher ranked Michigan team.
Yep.
And how many of those, I'm so ready for it. And
I am. Yep.
you know what? For us, we're playing with house money,
Yeah.
right? We're playing
It
with
doesn't
house
matter.
money. We want
Yep.
4 in a row. We got the youngest team in college football. We ain't got anything to lose. We're not
Nothing.
11-0. We're not returning national title, and we haven't lost 4 times in a row. Those Buckeye fans could talk whatever they want. Just let the sweating begin, because it's going to be, it's going to
It's a
be.
typical Ryan Day team.
It is going
It's
to be
all flash and no show.
from now until Saturday. A lot of sweat.
Oh, a lot. I heard he's stocked up on Clorox.
Hey, I was listening to Ryan Day press conference, and all he talks about every year is that we're going to continue to do the same thing that we do all year throughout the year, and then we prepare for this game. And I understand that they're the number 1 defense, but they had the number 1 category defense last year. And what I'm saying, what I'm basically saying is that in the last 3 seasons, Sharon Moore has been prepared for the game. One as an intern. He called that game. And
Yeah.
still won. Last year he called the game and it was shutdown city. And then, like Sharon Moore said today, he said, I turned the page as soon as that game was over in Maryland. I'm on it now.
Yeah.
He
Move
said,
on.
He said, I'm not even going to make it to, I might make it to the office tonight, but I'm studying all film. He said, I watched Ohio State all season. All season. Then he said, we prepare for it in the winter, spring, summer, fall, and throughout the season.
It's on their video boards everywhere. What have you done to beat Ohio State? Okay, they've been doing that for years. What have you done? Extra reps, whatever. You got to, video, figure out what you have to do to beat that team.
Okay. Let's we have Keegan here and we have Steve.
Go ahead.
Let's say you won the game or our annual ritual coming up next week.
Yeah, go ahead, Steven.
Well, so I got a few takeaways, and shout out to my man Dom, my man Mama. Shout out to everybody on the panel.
Yeah, what up, though?
I think if I'm Ryan Day, I'm worried for 3 reasons. One, you saw Michigan's 3rd string running back get busy today. Like I don't know anybody in the country who has a running back room that deep to where he's a walk-on. Not to say walk-ons can't play, but man, and Maryland's defense isn't the greatest, but yards are yards. You get what I'm saying? 2, if Sonny Style or was it Lorenzo Jr., one of them, that arm didn't look good. I don't know if he plays, but that hurts their linebacker depth, because they have some good linebackers, but without him, even if he tries to play, he's not at 100%. See, now they're experiencing injuries that Michigan experienced 5-6 weeks ago. We don't know what's up with Tate. I don't even care. We don't know what's up with Smith. But I'm not worried about 2 wide receivers when you can't run. Like they did good today, but you're not gonna bully Michigan like you bully Rutgers or UCLA or Illinois. You're not gonna bully them in the trenches. Sure, Jackson is a freshman, but Jeremiah Smith was a freshman last year, and they were like, "Well, he's the best this and that." But all of a sudden, when it's running, well, give him time. He's a freshman. You can't have it both ways. Michigan had a walk-on freshman that got busy. No, he could probably start at 70% of schools right now. No Buckeye running back can start at almost every school like Jordan Marshall and Justice Haynes. And Justice is hurt. So I just don't want to hear anything. If Tate can't go, I don't want to hear, well, he was hurt. We lost Justice Haynes. He was going to win the Doak Walker. He was going to be in the Heisman race. And finally,
hey, Steve, we was on our best players last year.
Right.
So, and even this year, Steve,
It-
your offensive
it-
line, how many injuries we have there?
right, which leads me to
We've
my final
adjusted.
point. Right, it leads me to my final point. With all the issues Michigan has, because this is the year to get Michigan. They're so young. We thought last year was the year. You lost 2 years ago to a team you said that cheated. You lost to an anemic offense last year. If you lose to a freshman quarterback, freshman wide receiver, this year, you have no more excuses. The game has to be a blowout for Ryan Day to feel comfortable. If it's close, Ryan Day turns into Jim Cooper all the time. If it's 17-17, if it's 20-17, or if they're down and throwing is not working, because you can't just throw on Michigan. Where you can't just say, I'm going to throw to Smith and Tate. You had Ibuka last year. That didn't work. We know you can't run. You're not going to learn how to run all of a sudden against Michigan. If the game is tight, I trust Coach Moore over Ryan Day, because Ryan Day doesn't know what to do when he doesn't have an insurmountable lead or a comfortable lead. Texas was different. Sarkisian was the third best coach for the Buckeyes that game. Coach Moore, Bill Poggi ain't going to let that happen. Wink is going to draw up something, and I think when Sayan starts making mistakes he hasn't made, Day is not going to know what to do, because ball control is the game, and Jordan Marshall is coming back. This guy's from Ohio. This is personal for him. They can't run and they can't stop it. So it's going to come down to the trenches. Not having Graham and Grant doesn't mean a whole lot. Not having Will Johnson doesn't mean a whole lot. You got to show us that you can beat us on the ground, because Tate and Smith ain't going to beat them. It's not going to happen. I'm just letting them know. So I don't know what Ryan Day is going to do. And Matt Patricia, he's done a good job against the crap that they played so far. But now you're playing a team that's not scared of you. A team that's not going to let you get out 14-21-0. And they're daring you to come in their house and beat them with a freshman when you couldn't even beat them with a walk-on last year, or an overrated J.J. McCarthy in their eyes. So I think with them being 11-0, the pressure, all the pressure in the world is on them. And if they want to show us that they're going back to the old state, show us. But you got to do it against a team that you know physically is tougher than you and physically is better than you.
Okay, before we give it to Keegan, I want to thank Wolverine. I want to thank Wolverine J for the 199 super chat. He says, "Go Blue, beat Ohio soft." All right, Keegan.
Yeah, that was good stuff, Steven. Yeah, I'm just really encouraged by the one win that we had today. They look pretty good. Bryce looks like he's coming along. It does look like the offensive line is good enough to produce a good running game no matter who we have. But plus, Kuzdal looks really good, man.
Yes.
He looks really good. Like, he's got the burst, he's got the twitch. He may lack a little bit of vision, but like he is like he's close. I hope we give him some money and help him stay. But yeah, I was really encouraged by the win today, and the defense did let up some in the secondary, and but like this isn't the Ohio State game, and you know it's gonna be a different game, and you know I went into this game just wanting a W, like the past two games or three games, and I came away with a little bit more. You know, I really feel like we might be in a coin flip situation next week from a unbiased like viewpoint. So like, you know, obviously I'm going to try to convince myself all week on how we're going to win this game. But like from an unbiased viewpoint, I can look at um, like the pattern of the way that they've won these games over the years and even last year. So and the trajectory coming into the game. So it all kind of sets up. And so like I'm not there yet with my gut or my brain, but like it's all like setting up as far as the trend has been going that this is going to be a game that's going to come down to the wire probably, and I hope we can pull it out.
Hey,
Well,
Marmar.
if that's the case, hopefully Dominic Zavada is up for the challenge.
Hey, Marmar. Can I share the Jordan Marshall story? We really haven't shared that with anybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's fitting. It's time. So I'd like to
Yes.
share a story from this past earlier this year. I was having a communication with Marmar. He had just let me know that his son tragically was had passed away. And we were on the phone for a couple hours. And just by chance, I'm wearing the national championship T-shirt. And I'm like, I don't know, it might have been like 11:30 out here. I'm like, I was so heavy from that. I'm like, I need to get some fresh air. So I go out front here, and here comes this African American fella with thighs like a lamp, like a lamppost for a street light, like an electric pole. He goes, "Go blue," and I go blue. He goes, "I play for Michigan." I said, "Really?" I said, "Get out of here." He goes, "Yeah, I play for Michigan. I'm Jordan Marshall." And he was having a FaceTime conversation with Tony Alford, and he introduced me to Tony. And he proceeds to give me, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour, just out of the blue. And this is why, if that kid plays, this is why he plays the way he plays. And if he plays Saturday, we're going to win. I said to him, Jordan, I just met you. I don't want to obligate you. I don't want to impose. But a dear friend of mine lost his son today. And if you would be so kind is for us to make a call and just to say hello, I know it would really lift my friend's spirits. Sure. Boom. Give me the number. Called Mar. We had Mar on the phone for a bit. They've had communications ever since.
That's awesome.
What are the odds, guys? I mean, what are the odds for me to be wearing the Michigan shirt, walk out when he is walking by, and for him to call out to me, and then have the class and the consideration, the compassion to say, "Sure, I'll call your friend. I'll be happy to do that." And has since had communication with Mar. So we haven't shared that story with anybody. He came on, he did Phil's show a ways back, but we haven't told anybody about that. And Mar's going to the game, and it's time to let that get out there, Mar.
Yeah, it is, Mar.
Thank you.
I'm half in tears. Dom, thanks for
Appreciate
sharing.
it. Hey, JR Moore, I appreciate you sending me that book, man.
Hi, brother. Yeah.
Thank you. I
You help-
appreciate that.
hey, you
I'm
help-
very grateful and humble for that.
You ain't gonna thank me for anything. I appreciate everything you've done, brother.
Thank
Okay.
you, brother.
I love your takes, and when you get upset, you're fiery. Be yourself. Be who you are. I love that. Yeah, there's a reason Doc has flags. I love it. Okay, just be you, brother.
Don't throw a flag, Doc.
I don't have it with me tonight.
All right. But yeah, man, I appreciate that. Yeah, man, Jordan Marshall. Yeah, he texted me here and there, and
that
but
shows
I'm
the
going
class
through-
of person he is.
Yeah, and
he was
then-
raised
yeah,
right.
Michigan
Yeah,
man.
yeah, exactly. That's what a Michigan man is right there.
Well, I got some other news. Anwar Doc, Dennis, how you say his last name? Fithian. I'm gonna be meeting him at gate 16, and I'm gonna go sit up there with him during the game.
Wow.
Good for you, brother. Good for you, brother. Take it all in.
It's my
good to
guy,
be you,
man. Huh?
I said it's good to be you.
If there's anybody
man,
that
it's good.
Hey,
It's
who
good to
has
be
it better than
everybody up here,
Mark?
man.
Who has it better than Mark?
Everybody, we all got it the
We
same,
all
man.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah, we all got it. I'm not no better than anybody else. So that's how I look
You're
at
a humble
things.
man. Yeah, you're a humble man,
I
Mark.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
after the year that you've had more,
Yeah, I said let's finish it. Yeah, let's finish
you
it with
deserve
yeah,
Yeah.
let's finish it with
I didn't know that till tonight more about your son. I'm so sorry.
I
I knew
appreciate
you
that,
went through
man.
some things and I don't pry. It's your business, but I
No,
apologize,
you
man.
good. You good. You good. It's
No, but
all good.
man,
I love
I've only
I love
I've got one
everybody,
child.
man. It's all love.
Yeah, I've got one son. That's all I have, and I couldn't imagine what you went through. You know,
Oh yeah, man. That's a crazy feeling. That's
my
a
mom
feeling that
always
never
said
go
that.
away.
Yeah, my mom always said that. It's like you're burying me. I'm not burying you. It's something a parent doesn't ever want to experience. And you
I
to keep
appreciate
going
that.
on every day, but that takes a different person.
Oh yeah, because I got other kids. I got 4 kids here, so I gotta make sure they taken care of as well.
Yeah.
So
Yep. But
it'd be
we know
selfish
what you're
to
gonna
me.
do.
It'd be selfish to me to make them feel
Yeah.
how I feel. They feeling it too, man.
Oh, I can imagine.
But they get up and go to school. My son on the honor roll. My other son got straight A's. My daughter got straight A's. My other daughter got A's and B's. Then my 11-year-old made the basketball team. His first game next month in a couple
cool.
weeks. So they doing well, man. They do well
Dawn,
in
Doc,
school.
Egan, everybody will tell you, know where they got that from? They got that from their parents. Okay.
Yeah, man.
They didn't
We
do that
doing the
on their
best we
own. They
can.
watched, yeah, exactly. So and that's what they're doing. They're doing the best they can. Life's rough.
I just Saturday we got the Marmar factor working for us.
That's
I
right.
can't think of anyone more deserving to be at the game this
Nope.
Saturday, and the fact that you're there. You ever been to Ohio State, Michigan before, Mar?
I've been to the '06 game in Columbus.
I went to one. I've never been to the Big House. I've seen Michigan play a couple of times, but I went to the OSU Michigan game in 2004 or 5. Santonio Holmes returned the punt for a touchdown to turn the game away. And I was sitting in Ohio Stadium, and that whole place erupted with that red.
Oh,
And I said to myself, I felt like I was in hell with the devil himself. I'm like, I ain't ever coming in this stadium again.
Ever.
I went there for my niece's graduation. I'm like, I ain't ever going in this place again.
Hey, it reminds you of when somebody flushed their period pad down the toilet because it is a toilet pad.
Wow.
It is a listen. It is a toilet bowl.
It's
Hey,
a toilet
listen,
bowl.
it's a toilet bowl, and then when they discard them period pads, they flush it down the toilet. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the one time I went at the Big House when Devin Gardner broke his ankle and they tried for the 2-point conversion.
Oh, hold on though. Again, even in that, I was thinking about that the other day about the Brady Hope that particular game. I was thinking about that. I said, man, they could have pulled that game off 2 years in a row. Well, that was in 13 because we played in 12 in Columbus. That game was tied at halftime. We just didn't know how to finish in the fourth quarter in them years. But the next year he came along. We had a bad record too. But in that Ohio State game, like I try to tell people, Michigan showed up. They were only 2-point conversion away of winning that whole game.
Yeah.
And if you watch the other game, it wasn't a lot of blowouts in it. It was that 119 blowout. Even in 16 when we got cheated, we still came out. We dominated it. We dominated them. And like I said, that game is a different dynamic.
It's mental. It's a mental game. It's not only physical, it's mental. And I don't know which I know the game was in Michigan and Hoke was the coach. and it was the start of the second half, and we had the ball on the 40. And instead of punting the ball, he went for it, and Ohio State scored on a subsequent drive, and we couldn't get back in the game. I can't remember if that was the one we lost by 2 or the other one, but there were games we should have won. And they talk about, JT Barrett, he didn't get it and what have you in 2016. I wasn't there. That was Wilbert Spate fumbling that football on the 2-yard line before halftime is what killed the game, because if we scored that touchdown, we had them. We had them that day. But it's good to be a Wolverine today.
That's right.
So.
Big, let me ask you a question, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
So have you been watching the Buckeyes all year, like even if it's sporadically?
Yes,
Sporadically, yeah.
I have.
Okay, has anybody? Well, Big, this is really for you, but for anybody too. Have y'all seen anything from them that gives you pause on? Well, let me ask a better question. Have you seen something in that team that you haven't seen before that makes you think, you know what, this is the team that's going to beat Michigan, that you haven't seen years prior?
No,
Absolutely not. The
no.
offensive line's worse.
The
Especially
offensive
that right
line,
side.
the offensive line has enjoyed a season
Hey
of
guys, can you hear me?
beating on lesser defensive fronts and just playing dirty football. Number 51 is his name, Montgomery. I don't know if I have his name right. Offensive lineman number 51. He is like their bell cow.
Yeah, Luke Montgomery.
Yeah, he could have been playing for the Raiders with Lyle Alzado back in those days. That's the type of player he is. And if they want to do that against Michigan, that's not Michigan. That's just gonna add fuel to the fire, in my opinion.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
my phone is, I think it's overheating a little bit. Steve, can you repeat the question?
So basically, if you've been watching the Buckeyes, have you seen something this year that gives you the belief, like that you haven't seen in previous years with the Buckeyes teams, that gives you a belief that the Buckeyes can win the game?
Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Doc.
All right.
I think you're
still there?
frozen. I think
Oh,
you're
I'm
frozen,
frozen.
Doc. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys keep going. Keep going.
Well,
I think
'cause
I call
I
that playing
don't.
in the phone booth. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, I don't. I know. We look at their defense and say, well, they got this type of defense, that type of defense, and I just got to be real. They can only play who's on their schedule. But we see the team like the Buckeyes have this system, right? So the defense look better than it is because they get out to such hot starts. So the other team's game plan switches. Michigan lost so much, and they have a second-year head coach. But and they got all these freshmen playing, and that should scare people because they're 9-2. So that's why I say if you don't get them this year, and then their offensive line is a Joe Moore Award semifinals. I had no idea. If you don't get them this year, man, it's gonna be hard to get them next year. And when like Bryce's junior year, it's a wrap. Nobody's touching them. But if like the Buckeyes look better than they actually are, and I'm not saying they're not good, but some of the teams you play, it's like, okay, well, they're still trying to prove to themselves. You can tell the way Ryan Day is. Well, we can run the ball. We're tough. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because you need, whether you have Smith or Tate in the game, it doesn't matter. You can't throw all. Give me them running. Give me Peoples. Give me Jackson. Show me they can rush for 80, 100 yards apiece. Show me they can do that. Show me you can stop a team that's not going to stop running, like Michigan. They're going to run it down your throat, and they're going to make you love it.
Yep.
We saw what happened today.
Steven.
So go ahead.
Hey, Steve. So what impresses me about Ohio State is the ability of the receivers and the quarterback accuracy. And then outside of that, the margin of victory. So that's why I would say that they're probably the best team right now. And I think like the way you worded your question, like that's absolutely true because we saw CJ Stroud and how we adjusted to that and how we bracketed receivers and we did really well. But are you okay? So Steven, here's my question for you. Do you think that Ohio State is the best team in the country right now?
No,
Why not?
based off three things. One, their schedule. Two, the fact that they're like the flaws that they've always had. You're starting to see. It's just like I said, when one or two people get hurt, you see who they really are. And three, just the timing of when they play teams. You know what I'm saying? Like now you can't help when you play teams, but I just think that they get teams based off uh extreme letdowns. Extreme letdowns. Or teams that are real matchup. Hold on. So you try to embarrass them in a way that's like, okay, well, we're superior. As opposed to looking like saying, for instance, and I know I'm just carrying on, like saying to me is like Rich Gannon, 2002 NFL. You complete a lot of passing, but he's checked down Charlie. It's easy when all you do is really throw the ball to 2 or 3 seconds. It's easy, but when you play a team that's good, that can kind of counter that, we're going to see the real you. You're not going to be completing 80% versus Michigan. You're not. If you get to 70%, consider that a win. But 80 is not going to happen. Like I said, they haven't played anybody. Like, you look at their win-loss record in the competition, it's way worse than Michigan, but like 7 or 8 games. So
Well,
who
my
have they
point is,
beaten?
yeah, they did get Texas early when they, sucked.
Texas
So
ain't
that
good. Texas going to lose. Texas is probably going to have 4 losses. It's not the
they're all
Buckeyes'
right.
fault.
They weren't good early on, but like
Not to
Ohio
interrupt, but
State had
they replaced
Ohio
their whole
State had a
offensive
good
line.
margin of victory all year. That's my only concern is because it hints towards their trending on the elite side in a era where we don't have elite teams. That's my only concern, Steven.
Right. But I can name 6 teams off the top of my head that can beat the Buckeyes, no matter where they play in the country. 4 of those teams in the SEC. 2 of them in the Big Ten. They can't beat Indiana. They can't beat Oregon. They can't beat Georgia. They can't beat Texas A&M. They can't beat Alabama. To me, Georgia and Alabama, and I'm not even saying Ole Miss, but A&M, Alabama, and Georgia will whoop the Buckeyes. Indiana will beat them. Oregon will beat them. You get what I'm saying? They just would. I'm not even sure if they can beat Notre Dame right now, bro. I'm just not. Because these teams are not scared of them. Like, you're not going to just throw the ball on these guys. Like, they can't run. If they can't throw, they can't score. You're not going to line up Lamar Jackson and James Peoples in front of them and say, well, we're going to run these guys. Man, please. Bama's run defense is horrible. They wouldn't do nothing against Bama. You'd have to throw. But Bama can throw, too. Georgia's not going to allow that. A&M is not going to allow that because they got 2 elite receivers. So who have the Buckeyes beaten that makes you think they're elite? Then tell me somebody good, like top 30 or something, that like, because when Michigan played Nebraska had the number 1 defense in the country. When they played Wisconsin had the number 1 rush defense in the country. And look what Michigan did to them. They're more battle tested. I don't know if the Buckeyes beat Oklahoma right now. Not fully healthy. I just don't, because they ain't beat nobody.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Illinois
that's
was weak. Illinois was Rutgers was weak. Who else they played that was weak? All these teams were weak. They didn't have an offensive pause.
Well, to touch on what Steven was saying about playing teams when it's advantageous to them, like they had a bye week before they went out to Washington. They had the bye week. They went out there, and we all watched the game. I assume you did, and I want to say that unsportsmanlike conduct for pass line interference or whatever it was that was called in the first half against Washington was probably the only time it was called all year. They come home and they played Minnesota, which is 42-3. Then they beat at Illinois 34-16, and I don't know if Illinois had lost to Southern Cal before that game. I can't recall. Illinois did lose to Southern Cal, did they not?
Yeah, they lost on. They actually had Southern Cal beat.
No. Illinois beat Southern Cal on the field goal.
Yeah.
But they beat. Oh yeah, you're right.
And then they shut out Wisconsin, who at that point 34-0. Wisconsin was done, and then we had the Penn State blowout. That was a blow up of everything. Penn State was a dead team at that time. And then at Purdue, and by the way, they had a bye week before Penn State. So they get Minnesota, Illinois at Wisconsin, bye week. They play Penn State. Then they come back and they got Purdue, UCLA at home, and then Rutgers. So they've really had not only an advantageous flow of their schedule, of what the teams had gone through before they played them, but they also played some marginal teams. My point is, the schedule is what it is, but they haven't had any dog fights this year. They haven't.
Well, who's better than them, Dom?
I think
if we're looking at the regular season, who's better than them?
I think Indiana could beat them. Texas A&M could beat them. Certainly Georgia, possibly Alabama, maybe Notre Dame now. And maybe Miami, if the game was played in Miami. I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head, but that's where I have.
In Michigan.
You don't think Oregon could beat them?
Oregon, I don't know. I don't know about Oregon. I don't know. It's hard to say.
That pass defense isn't that good, I don't think. Okay. Georgia's the hot team right now. They're peaking at the right time.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Georgia is fast, man. Them boys, they're not what they were in 21, 22. Those boys get like Sam would be running for his natural life out there against those boys.
Yeah, that's a typical Kirby Smart defense there. Doesn't have the talent, but it is good.
I agree. I'm not even sure. Man, I'm not going to say Ole Miss because Ole Miss can score. They just can't stop anybody. But they will have a problem with A&M. A&M's receivers, man, those two boys, them dudes, they some dogs. Them two, like, when they get open, you about to. But Igbenogson holds you like a modern woman in a relationship, man. They just not going to let you go. So, and Caleb Downs is a special talent. But, he hasn't really been tested. That's why you can't just line up Jeremiah Smith and Cornell Tate and say, well, we're going to beat you. No, because teams are looking through like, okay, you want to do that? All right, we got something for you.
Yeah.
So how do they win? Like, how do they win outside of Tate and Smith when your running backs ain't no good? You can't, like, Brandon Ennis ain't going to do it. Nobody's scared of your tight ends. Like, when they played the playoff this year, the two Malois and the Jack Sawyers and the Trey, like, they could run last year because they had Duckins and Travion. They ain't gonna save you when people line up 5 DBs. What you gonna do to them with them 3 wide receivers? You got to protect the quarterback. What you gonna do?
That's a fair point.
It is very fair.
I just think if the game was in Columbus, I would have concern. The fact that the game's in Ann Arbor, I feel good this year. I predicted it last year. I feel really good this year. We're all human. We all handle pressure and stress differently. Some people excel, some people fail. Sometimes we do both. But I'm just telling you, 2,184 days. And after they lost the game last year, I got people back in Columbus. It was a morgue. That town was a morgue when the playoffs started. And let me tell you, Ryan Day, if he loses to Michigan, and should they get
John Cooper days all over again? Should
he get bounced early in the playoffs this year? Then they're already going to have his cross built because those people are crazy. They're just crazy. There's no. I can't find the words. I've lived there for 20 years and
in Ohio,
in Columbus.
Oh wow. I was born and raised in Northeast Ohio.
Yeah, I'm from Steubenville, Ohio, just outside.
Oh, okay, I'm from Warren.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not that far.
I lived there. We went 3-17 in those years, and It's just
Oh,
it is a
Man,
it's a pretentious town, but this maniacal behavior, it was all implemented by Woody Hayes. That's where it all comes
absolutely.
all
Absolutely.
comes from. Why'd you go for 2? Because I couldn't go for 3. And the guy was a real hypocrite and a psychopath.
Yep.
And yet they got a trophy, a statue of him up in front of the field house. And they forget things like in 1973 when they came out for the game in Ann Arbor, they ran out and they tore down the Go Blue banner in 1973. You can find that on YouTube.
Yep.
You have Woody Hayes hitting an opposing Clemson player after he intercepted the ball to end the Gator Bowl in 78, which made me become a Michigan fan. Hit an opposing team's player on national television. The year before in 77, he's on film punching a sideline cameraman in the stomach.
Yeah.
That's where the behavior comes from.
Yep.
We're ahead of them in the rivalry. We're ahead of them in all-time wins. And it's just a different level of class. There's another prestige class. It's a better educational school, Michigan over Ohio State, and they just can't stand it. And it's all they have is their Buckeyes, and they live their life through Ohio State football. And if Ohio State wins, then I'm an important man in the office. I'm an important man when I go on vacation to Florida because I got my little block O on my sweater. They're crazy. They're really
not only
crazy.
that, Dom.
Hey,
Not
go
only
Blue
that.
guys! I'm gonna bounce.
All right. But
see you, Keegan.
All right, Keegan. Take care, brother.
I remember the year Woody did that, and I remember Woody's wife saying that they had to call Bo in.
Yeah.
They had a meeting at his house, and Bo told him to apologize. All they wanted was an apology. The man wouldn't even do it. Like they were going to keep him on. They just wanted him to publicly apologize, and Bo didn't have to do that. But he did it. Came in the house. I remember they had a camera. I'm 44, and even I remember that just by researching. And I'm gonna say this too. I brought this up to Marmar. Dom, I'm not sure if I brought this up to you. I think Hartline is gone as far as he's gonna go with the Buckeye with Smith. It doesn't get me. Like you got Chris Henry Jr. coming in, but I can see after this game or even next season. I think when Hartline goes, so go the Buckeyes. Like I'm not saying he's leaving this year, but there are a lot of coaching vacancies. And a lot of people can pay him more than $2.4 million. A lot of people. People are taking chances.
I don't think Hartline's that good. He's been there for 9 years. There's a reason why he didn't get that position earlier on. And quite honestly, it's time that the University of Michigan opens up their checkbook. Sharon Moore should be making more than $5.5 million a year as a head coach at the University of Michigan, for crying out loud. We're paying Wink $2.3 million as defensive coordinator. I'm Wink and I'm Sharon. Hey, number 19's getting $12 million, guys. What about us? And they should be paid. If they were paid correctly, that certainly would help in terms of some respect. And Ward Manuel putting that 2-game suspension on Sharon Moore, even though the NCAA stuff still wasn't done. How's that come across to Sharon, your own athletic director, self-imposing a 2-game suspension, and the NCAA stuff isn't even done yet? I give Sharon Moore a boatload of credit, man. I love the guy.
I agree. He is not paid market rate. If you want to keep these people, you see what happened Penn State, Florida, and all these places. You start firing coaches in the middle of the season, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to lose your recruiting. They come for coaches nowadays and money. They don't come for, the prestige of the university anymore. Them days are done.
I look at Indiana. Anyway, I have to check out, gentlemen. Thank you for having me, Doc. Great seeing you.
I'm checking out too, no doubt, man. Y'all stay up.
Back. Enjoy the week, guys. The one thing, guys, before I leave, we are playing with house money. Even if
Right.
we lose, we won the last 4 in a row, and the next 2 coming up, I'm leaning our way. So, and if we win this one, then we're going to get a nice 8-pack.
That's right.
Okay.
Take
All
care,
right,
go Blue,
guys.
man.
Hey, take care. Go Blue, dog.
All right,
See, now,
man.
yeah, guys, my phone is glitching, so I'm gonna wrap this up.
All right, no doubt, no doubt.
All right. Well, yeah, you guys want to give me any party shots?
All I'm gonna say is, who could possibly have it better than us, man? Who? Nobody. Y'all have a good night, man. Go Blue, baby.
Thanks, Steve. JR, Marmar. Nice to meet you, JR.
My final thought is Sharon Moore prepared for this game like no other, and it shows. It shows. We ready for battle, and that's how we supposed to approach this week. We battle. We gonna be in the trenches, and it happens on Saturday. This is for all the marbles, not just to get into the playoff. Maybe a Big Ten championship. I ain't going to that. I'm going to this. I have to be here for that. I got to be there for my guys in victory.
That's right.
Go
Go enjoy
Blue.
it. Go Blue, brother.
Talk to you
Enjoy
later,
it.
Marmar.
God bless you.
Wednesday.
I appreciate you, Edward. I appreciate you for the opportunity for letting me come up here, JR. I appreciate you reaching out to Edward and getting me that book. I look forward to reading it. Getting more knowledgeable about college basketball. Hey, Edward, we should do college basketball. I'm really knowledgeable in that too. And every
Okay.
college basketball, yeah, we should. When football season over, we can start doing Michigan basketball. I know all about that. I know about Duke basketball, North Carolina, Louisville, all that. So we can get some people some basketball content too.
Okay. We'll talk some more offline.
All right, yeah, I appreciate you. God bless y'all.
All right.
Hey,
Peace, Marmar.
you guys have a good night.
Okay,
You too.
JR.
Hey, take care. Bye.
All right, hold on, Marmar. This always happens when he drops down. All right, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. My phone is, with the internet signal here, it's kind of glitchy. I think I've frozen a couple times. Really, really quickly, the stats for tonight's game. We're all looking ahead to Ohio next week, but Michigan did play a good game today. Bryce Underwood went 16 for 23 for 215 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bryson Kudzall stepping in for Jordan Marshall, carried the ball 20 times for 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. Andrew Marsh caught 5 balls for 76 yards and 1 touchdown. Donovan McCulley, he also got on the board. Let's see. Yeah, Donovan caught 2 balls for 46 yards and 1 touchdown. I'm just going to sprint through this. Derek Moore sacked Malik Washington once. Trey Williams sacked him once. And Jay Sean Barham sacked him once. The kid was getting the ball out of there pretty quick. He's a big kid with a strong arm, just like Bryce. And we will probably be hearing more from that kid as the years go on. Andrew Marsh actually did look good on the punt returns. He actually did turn one upfield and gained lots of yardage. And he didn't put the ball on the turf. Let's see. Dominic Zavada was 1 for 2. And otherwise, he was perfect with his extra points. So we will be looking for him next week if it is, in fact, a nail biter. In terms of the team stats, Michigan generated 443 total yards to Maryland's 347. Michigan generated 215 passing yards to Maryland's 276. Michigan generated 228 rushing yards to Maryland's 71. Michigan averaged 6.1 yards per play to Maryland's 5.1. Michigan gained 27 first downs to Maryland's 21. Michigan was 12 of 14 in terms of third down efficiency. Maryland was 5 of 14. Michigan did not go for it on fourth down. Maryland was 2 for 4. Michigan ran 73 total plays to Maryland's 68. Michigan allowed 2 sacks. Maryland allowed 3. Maryland punted twice. Michigan didn't punt at all. Each team had 4 penalties. Michigan had 4 penalties for 30 yards. Maryland had 4 penalties for 40 yards. There were no fumbles lost. Let's see. Maryland threw 1 interception. And Michigan held the ball for 35 minutes and 38 seconds. Maryland held the ball for 24 minutes and 22 seconds. There's one super chat here before I wrap up. J.R. Morris, thank you so much for the generous 9. I'm trying to give you credit and show it on the screen here. I must be doing something wrong. Okay, it's not letting me put it on the stage. I'm going to try this one more time. Go here. Go here. Okay. I've lost some of my functionality. I don't know why, but J.R. Morris, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. I guess my phone doesn't like this Airbnb. All right. All right. I can see StreamYard. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. Good win, Wolverines. Good win, Wolverines. And I will talk to you all later on in the week. I will do the Wednesday night stream. Even though I will be driving most of that day, I will do the Wednesday night stream before the Ohio State game. And yeah, I will see you all then. So with that, everybody, thank you for the guys who came up. Thank you for the support. We are going to end with a couple of drops here. Let's do in honor of Sharon and Marmar, let's do Sharon.
Yeah, I mean, you go back to last week, thought tackling was outstanding. And, one of the things we really hit on beginning of the week was speed and space, and, tackling their speed and space. We didn't do a good job of that. And then,
all right. Let's get a word also from Ryan Day. Ryan Day is gonna play center stage this week. All of our minds are going to be on Ryan Day, and his mind is going to be on all of us.
Well, every year we have the same expectation, and the first goal was to beat the team up north and win the rivalry game, and that didn't happen. And so we had to sit on that for a calendar year, and that's not good. We don't want to have to go through that again.
We don't want to have to go through that again. Brady Hope, what do you think about that team up north? I'm sorry, that team down south. What do you think about that team, Brady?
But I was not a fan of that university in Ohio because my buddies were, so I had to be different.
All right, everybody. I will talk to you on Wednesday. J.R. Morris, his $10 super chat says, thanks, Doc, Dom, Mar, Keegan, and Steve. Go Blue. Thank you, J.R. Everybody, have a good night. I'll talk to you again on Wednesday, and look for a clip or two from previous conversations about Ohio. And with that, everybody, go Blue. As always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Always try to do your best Take care, and I will talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.